The tower on the right on your screen is shorter than the tower to the left, and that is because hello guys, and welcome to Krakow in Poland. Now, I'm going to give you guys a tour of this city, but before that, there is this tallest mountain in Australia. It's called Mount Kosciuszko, and you might be thinking why I'm telling you this while I'm in Poland. Well, there's a connection, so bear with me. So the guy who did the survey of Australia, when he looked at Mount Kosciuszko, he said, this hill reminds me of this Kosciuszko hill in Krakow. And he was actually looking at that, he was thinking of that hill over there. So that's how the tallest mountain range in Australia is named Kosciuszko. But I can tell you, that looks nothing like this. How do I know this? Because I've been there many times. They're huge. This is little. I don't know how this correlation worked, but that's the connection. And I just found out because I just finished off a free walking tour, and this guy was like fantastic. One of the best the guides I think I have had in a long time. So I'm trying to give you guys a tour of everything he said, trying to remember, but there's a lot of history. It's not just going to be a walk and talk tour, what it will be, but it will be more of information and the history. So here is the guy, Mr. Kosciuszko. Apparently a very top brass engineer, did a lot of stuff. And if you look at this wall here, you see all these white tiles, and they got names written on them, and that is a donation brick. So when Poland finally got independence, they wanted to repair, renovate, fix this place that's hold obviously a massive significance to their culture, their history, but they didn't have money. So how do you get money if you don't have money? Well, donations are one way. And they said, if you donate $100, so back in the days, equivalent to today's money, maybe $50,000, your names get written on the brick and you get planted here. So there's quite a few people who did massive donations. Doesn't have to be an individual, could be a group. So some of these tiles are a family donated it, some of them are groups, and all over the world. So right now we are in the city center, and these are the old markets. Believe me or not, the biggest, oldest markets in the world. So it's 3 o'clock and he's playing. So he's out in the window, and it's been happening for many centuries. He's going to go in each window and play the same thing every hour. So yeah, he does that, and that is one way to remind Polish people about their history, about their determination to keep fighting. Because imagine a civilization, a nation that's been invaded multiple times by multiple different countries, people. They would build some sort of resilience to it. You know, they went down many times and they came up each time. So that over there is a church, And if you see, one tower is shorter than the other. So let me just move around. The tower on the right on your screen is shorter than the tower to the left. And that is because back in the days when cities were not as big as now, they were quite small, population was less. So they wanted to have a watch house. So they intentionally, to the local council, they approached the church and said, how about we donate some money, or we pay you some sort of X amount of money, and we create a watchtower on top of one of them. Of course they agree, because who doesn't like money? So the army, the council, the government, so they could look around in 360 direction for enemies, for fires, everything, everything. And that beagle there, and that's like a warning, because he's not going to have a phone back in the days. So how do you tell people there's something happening? Well, you play the beagle. And that's a really common tradition in the army. They do that sunrise, sunset. So it's like, it's one guy, he just tells everyone. So back in the days, this place would have been markets. People selling flowers, seafood, vegetables, clothes, everything. But someone with a bit of money, they would go inside. So that's like a shopping center, like inside the shopping, you get a bit more privilege in order to sell expensive stuff and not being exposed to the external elements, rain, cold, heat. So that guy there over Adam, that's his monument. And Adam actually never stepped in Krakow. He never been here. But there's a reason why they have his statue here. It's because when Poland was going through all this bad time, he used to write letters from Paris to the Polish people saying, keep fighting, you can do this, all this kind of like patriotic messages. So people really liked him. So it's not so much of his statue, but his statue is a symbol of patriotism. Over here, that's actually the oldest church in the city, like oldest. But because it doesn't have size to it, doesn't have any impressive, like it's cool, it's a church, but there's nothing much to it. So that's the oldest identification or location for the city. So that's why, markets, and you have a church here. So because Poland became rich at one stage, they're like, we're going to spend some money and we're going to build a big church. So hence we got that one there. So Poland was kind of like a split in two different parts in terms of mentality. The warriors, which are mostly towards the North Warsaw, and south was like more people like chilled, peace, artist. You look around the city and you can tell it's got a charm to it. So because these two different mindset of people still live in a harmony and peace, hence the flag, white on the top, red on the bottom. So it's like we're peaceful, but if we need it, we'll get on it. Like traveling around buses here in this area is cheaper than trains. Trains are sometimes quicker, but the price is like 5 times difference. So I'm using the Flixbus. Sometimes it's like 10 euros. Sometimes it's 15, 20. So it's quite cheap. My overall journeys, I'm heading up north. So I finished the Balkans before, and then now I'm doing the Baltics. Because there's a bit of a walk left, almost like a couple of minutes, I'll tell you what's Balkans and why they're called Baltics. Because the Balkans are down south. So they're surrounded by the Balkan mountains. So all these Yugoslavia, former Yugoslavia, all those countries, they're called Balkans. And Baltics are Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia, because they are around the Baltic Sea. So we got Balkans, Baltics, then we have Scandinavians, then we have Nordic, all these regions. As I'm traveling, I'm learning way more, and it's so interesting. Right, so the wall only go up to that red bit over there and not too far from here. They destroyed the wall, the external wall, but they left this part because it was like people like, oh, it's significant, leave this part, don't demolish it. And that's why this bit here, the brick bit, not the asphalt, not the bitumen thing. So this is like this would have been a bridge back in the days. So you know, the bridge that goes up and down, and on the side we would have mud, the water body, to separate the castle wall to the outside world. Then you have external tower. And that was it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I learned a lot today, and I hope you guys did too. I'm gonna come back to the river section, and there we'll do a bit of a walk around. Hopefully it's something nice out there. It's Friday night tonight. One of the things they do here is the pub crawl. I got a bus at 11 in the morning. I should be fine. All right, see you next one very soon. Oh, they got a hand pump. I haven't seen a hand pump in ages, like operational one. There was one in Montenegro, but it looked like a hand pump, but it was a tap.